Hey, what's up, Eva? What's going on? I'm getting a double.
That's me. That's me. About to
About to
leave.
leave.
Nah, All if that right, might then. be you.
That's me.
Are we All right, ready? cool.
Sir.
Are we about ready to get into this discussion soon, people? So just bear with us. All right, here we go. So, welcome, everyone. Shalom, shalom to everyone. Tonight we're discussing the verses between Big Daddy Kane and the one and only the Blastmaster KRS-One that took place last night at the Barclays. I believe it was like a whole weekend of events. I heard Saturday night there was like a concert with Supercat, Barrington Levy. There was a bunch of stuff going on, a bunch of programs, and it was capped off by the verses between the smooth operator, Big Daddy Kane, and the one and only Blastmaster KRS-One. So before I get started, my name is Uzi Alewi, and on the panel I got my brother Chief Naftali Ben Don, the chief operator of Beat and Verse, YouTube channel, Facebook page, and also my brother Benjamin, who's also, these brothers are my brothers from a long time. We hip hop heads, and we're gonna just review. We're gonna see how we saw this battle. We're gonna try to play parts of the video and try to get to see, what everybody thought. So everybody on Facebook, we're looking at the chat. If you have any comments, you can also leave your comments, who you thought won what round, why you thought they won it, and we're gonna proceed from there. So I see Sister Rhonda on the chat. Everybody else, if you can hear us, please give us a one. Let us know what's going on. So we're going to go over, we're going to review this thing, and we're going to talk about it. So how y'all fellas doing? Nav, how are you?
I'm chilling.
I
I
see
got
you
my
finally
background up.
got your background together.
I had to switch computers. You know what I mean? But it's all good in the hood. I'm official now. I'm blessed. The Most High is good. Um, just a pleasure being here, being 45 and being able to witness history in hip hop. Thanking the Most High God for all of our lives and being able to even, to express ourselves, with this music form, that we created, and seeing that it's still relevant to us all this time, even during the pandemic. We are still able to have a sense of history happening right before us. So thanking God for that and thanking God for everybody's life that's on.
All right, Ben, how about you, my brother?
Yeah, just to reiterate what Natalie just said, um, it's grateful to be here and be alive. Thanking the Most High for life, and as you said, being able to see what we saw last night. A lot of people may not, if you're 30 years and under, you may not see the big deal in that. I mean, there's a lot of verses that were actually a big deal. This was one of them
Right.
last night. But if you're 30 and under, you may not understand exactly why people were making the big deal out of it. But we're definitely going to be getting into that this evening as we discuss it. 24 hours later.
Okay, so let's get right to it. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get to the beginning. So at the very beginning, we have Fat Joe's introduction. What did y'all think about Fat Joe's introduction?
Nobody cared about that. That's my opinion. Like, it's like, to me, get on with the damn show. I was like, because really, he didn't even need to introduce anybody. We knew what was coming. It's been highly built up. If they didn't have an introduction, it didn't matter. We just wanted to see the show.
So after so many, all right, us coming from like 80s, listening to me knowing you now from '80s, from when we were like teenagers, preteens, and Ben, knowing you from the '90s when we were teenagers, and you was like and you was a DJ. When you first heard that Kane versus KRS-One, there was going to be a versus, a battle. That versus to us is a battle. You know, people will be like, "Oh, is this?" No, it's a battle. We know, we already, the stakes have been put up, and we know that is a battle. What was the first thing that came to your mind, Nav?
The first thing that came to my mind was, um, it's about time, because from when we were young, we were always talking about who versus who, right?
Right.
And there were iconic hip hop artists, the same names, you know, between LL, Rakim, Kane, and KRS-One. Those were like the rappers. LL was already battling people. So, but as far as, it was always talk about Kane versus Rakim. Um, KRS-One was never in that mix, because KRS-One was kind of like, he was kind of elevated spiritually, in my opinion. He was teaching, he was more on the historical tip, and a lot of people weren't in his genre. But at the same time, there was always conversations. I mean, we always had conversations of who would beat who in the battle, who would take out somebody in the battle, who's the best rhymer between so and so and so and so. These are conversations we always had, and we never got to see, like, if there was an actual challenge between some of these men, how it would come out. Right. So it's the first time we actually got to see rappers from the golden era go at it in any way, shape, or form. It's the first time you saw that, because none of them would battle each other. I mean, a lot of them were friends. Most of them were cool with each other. Even the ones that battled each other, they were still, cool. But this is the first time you got to see them go head to head. Now, mind you, these men are friends. KRS and Big Daddy Kane are friends. They knew each other for years. They toured with each other for years. They did shows together. They still do shows together. That's still something that they do. You know what I mean? So, but to put on a show like that, for our generation, I think it got a chance. It was a chance for everybody, even from our generation, from the younger generations, to be able to see what real hip hop is, to see what a lot of us were raised on, that was skill and the depth of the rap and the impact of the rap, and that you actually had to say something with some substance in order to be, considered like a real dope MC. You just couldn't just throw stuff out there like that. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. Because Nick, everybody was texting me last night, yo, you ain't watching it? No, and I was stuck somewhere, I couldn't see it, so I saw it in the morning. But it was everything that everybody described. It was iconic, it was history, it was impactful. But in my opinion, it was just like, finally we got to see some of those artists that we know that have that with them. And you got probably two of the best of that era, that were able to have strong and impactful careers doing their thing head to head. So
How
it
about
was
you?
great.
How about you, Ben? What was the when you first heard that this was happening? What was the first thing that came to your mind?
Yeah. I mean, I was just surprised because I didn't expect those two to go head to head, because I know they were friends, from way back in the 80s. I know they were friends. But at the same time, I know that was one of the battles, one of at least 3 battles people wanted to see from during that time. So it was almost it's a good match, but it was also surprising that it would be dumb. Uh, you know, but as watching it, they were the best match for each other, overall.
The best match for each other. So let's get right into it, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. I'm gonna share this screen, and we gonna get right into it. Here we go. Y'all can see that?
We
Yeah.
I can see it.
There we go. Let me adjust something over here. I'm going to try to keep it this way most of the time. So give me 1 second here. I got to adjust something in another one of my that ain't the screen. Give me 1 second here, family. All right, there we go. That's the screen I'm looking for. So now, let's get here. Y'all can hear that?
It ain't hip hop without a little technical difficulty.
So now, so let me set this up. So Fat Joe gives this elaborate introduction to KRS-One. KRS-One comes out, and it is what it is. He comes, he hugs Fat Joe, blah blah blah. So now next up is he gives an introduction to Kane. Kane delays to come out, right? I don't know if this was tactics, stalling. This is my borough. Technically it's both of their boroughs, but we know that Chris represents the Bronx, particularly the South Bronx. So I don't know if Kane was having a little difficulty in the back, but it took him a second to come out. And, Fat Joe was setting it up and saying, yo, this is hip-hop. It wouldn't be hip-hop without a little technical difficulty, whatever. He's trying to stall out, and let's see what happens.
In the dressing room.
So KRS-One said,
let's go. Boogie Down Productions. Yes. We'll always get. Let's go. We'll take the work.
Hold on. Let me take it back.
It ain't hip hop without a little technical difficulty.
Oh, there's no technical difficulties. He's hiding in the dressing room.
Automatically, first shot, he's hiding in the dressing room. What do you think about that, Ben?
Nah, I think it was more of a stalling, taking time to come out as soon as his name was called, and then DJ Scratch probably had an intro song for him that didn't play yet because you didn't even hear any intro music come in. So that's probably what it was. He was waiting to make his grand entrance, and his intro music didn't play. And then
that's your perception on it. All right, that makes sense. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, you didn't hear his intro music.
You didn't hear his intro music. You sure? You're right. Unmute your mic, Nav. All right. So what did you think about Chris's saying? Basically, he ain't no typical technical difficulties. He hiding in the dressing room.
Chris is just putting on the show, man. He's doing his thing. I think I don't like read too much into stuff like that because he's like because he's ready to come out for the battle. He's talking crap, what I mean. So he's just setting it off, and it came off good, So little jab don't hurt in the battle.
So we're gonna get to what Chris does. Let's hear what Chris does.
Yo, fuck this. Yo, Capri, let's go. Boogie Down Productions. Yes. We'll always get. Let's go.
Capri was kind of messing up right there. The crowd is into it.
Remember to let us into your skin. What you say? Cause then you'll be what? Too massive. What? Here we go. Criminal minded humans. Come on. Looking for a shot like mine. Come on. They are the audience. I am the lyricist. Self-defness suckers on the side. Got it in a bitch. Rich. I'm not in a cage. Free as a bird to play a battle. Ain't here for no brain just to say a little something.
So here we go.
Woo! Ooh, ooh. Criminal Minded is ooh. That's off that first album. No joke. So what y'all want to do? Y'all just want to let both songs play and then we comment on them? Or how do you want to do it?
If you're looking to make it where you're trying to see, because you're trying to look to see who won each round, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you have to let them both play.
All right, so I'm gonna let Kane do it, and then we go from there. Now, do we have to let the whole thing play? Do you want me to skip forward?
Nah, because we'd be here all night if you let the whole thing play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
KRS One. Brooklyn, what's good? I gotta start from the very, very beginning, all right? I gotta start from the very, very beginning, because without this man, there would be no me, and I wouldn't be here. So first and foremost, I gotta say, rest in peace to Biz Markie. And Scratch.
Yep.
Let's take
I
him
thought
to the
this
very
was real
tippy
fly.
top.
Let's go.
Now, if my man Biz was here, he'd probably say something like, we got DJ Scratch in the house.
Yes, sir.
Kid Capri in the house.
Yes, sir.
Blastmaster KRS-One in the house.
Yes, sir.
And he be the B-I-Z-M-A-R-K-I-E. And we gonna do a little something like this, you see. Check it out, y'all. Well, it's the Kane in the flesh. Of course I'm fresh. Oh, you thought that I was rotten? Huh, I beg your pardon. For me getting paid, getting busy for the ever. So a man of my ambiance. Never could I be weak. Why I'm rather unique. I got style, flavor, grace, plus a different technique that I be using in that many can manage. So a brother like me, shit, I do damage just by picking up the mic and go solo. I cold turn the party on out. Oh yo, I get physical, mystical, very artistical, giving party people something funky to listen to. That's why the other MCs can't swing long. I start my mouth just like I was King Kong, stepping on roaches. I get ferocious, supercalifragilistic. I go on and on and on and till the bright Shirley Murdoch morning. Cause I'm the pimp, here to prep, guess the emperor, bringing much terror in your ever. Ready, willing, and I'm able to bust a move. Never use a barbershop, got my homeboy smooth. Cooling out with the clippers right around the way. Keep the fresh cameo cut every day. Like that, y'all. Like that, y'all. Like that or the that. Like that, y'all. I'm the prosecutor. Taking a stand, and I'm cross-examining you, my man. The judge and jury releasing my fury. The verdict that I reach for you is not the flurry. You see, the name Kane is superior to many people. It means King, Asiatic, nobody's equal. Hate to brag, but damn, I'm good. And if Mike's were good, I'd be Clint Eastwood. And if rap was a game, I'd be MVP. Most valuable poet on the MIC. And if rap was a school, I'd be the principal. Oh, fuck it, the Kane is invincible. To be specific, I may die one day, but my rhymes will remain like a hieroglyphic. It's a certain special skill, takes much practice. I got it good, apparently you lack this. So in turn, sit back and learn, listen close, listen to your own concern. Let me show you exactly how it's properly done. Lights, cameras, action, a rap go, do a show, good to go. Also, cameo, Afro, Virgo, Domino, I go, Rambo, Gigolo, Romeo. Friday night, spend money on a hotel to get a good night's sleep. Keeping in step, do I come on? Yeah.
Whew. So where we at with this? Where we at with this, fellas?
KRS got it. And I can only see the reason why I think that the impact of his introduction, that's the only reason why I think he just came out the gate like with more fire. But that's the only reason why, because that's a hard song. But you see, like the crowd, it wasn't as impactful as when he came out with Criminal Minded. So that's the only reason why. But I think that song lyrically is a better song.
So I need someone to keep score, at least what each one of our opinions is. If somebody got pen and paper. So the first song is Criminal Minded versus Rhyming with the Biz. Kane's verse on Rhyming with the Biz. So Nav got KRS actually with Criminal Minded. All right. So how about you, my brother?
Yeah,
Ben?
Criminal Minded is a more powerful song when you're doing it in front of a crowd like that. Just the beat is energetic, and the fact that going through it the entire evening, the crowd was just basically into, or they knew the lyrics. So even like Criminal Minded, the crowd was just into the lyrics. When Kane is rapping, he's actually rapping. That's the difference with that one. Lyrically, he's going off, but he's not energizing the crowd with that song. But that was a good song for both of them, because basically both of them went to their origins. So I mean, it was just fitting that both of them did that song as their intro, because that was basically their intro to the industry.
So basically both of you got criminal minded. I beg to differ. I like that rhyming with the biz was like,
of course you back to different.
that rhyming with the biz just had a different impact on me. That, his flow, like, it just felt like when Kane came along, like, as well like with Rakim, like rap just changed. Like Kane was just nasty. And I felt like that to me was more to me. Now, as a record, maybe Criminal Minded was better. I think the way that Kane performed it, he got all his lines out. I looked at all of that. I felt like KRS-One was, I guess he was trying to show his greatness, like they know my lyrics. But I felt like he was screaming when he came by to the crowd, and I felt like Kane was right in the pocket with his control. I felt like Kane was right on top of his lyrics. He didn't miss a word. He didn't need the crowd to help him out, and I give that one to Kane. So thus far, y'all got KRS on the first round, Kane, and I got Kane the first round. All right, so we know where this is going to. All right, here we go.
So I got a spreadsheet out.
Yeah.
Recording stopped.
And Ooze has Big Daddy Kane.
Recording in progress.
I got Chris.
Well, I got the track list of the entire.
Oh, you got the track list, so you want to go that way with it?
I mean,
Or do you want me to continue to go with the video?
I mean, you could jump in there with the video. All
right, keep the track list. Keep the track list so that way I could keep. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it and then move to the next guy. All right. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because I know we all got things to do.
If the people want to vote too, you let them vote. If they know they're gonna be here, if they want to be here, let them vote. I put their tally up too.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so the people online on Facebook, if you want to vote, put your votes on the Facebook Live, and we'll tally them up at the end. All right. So here we go. The next song is. Let me see here. Here we go. Share the screen again. Let's go. I think Chris jumps right into it.
What's going on? Here we go.
So we know what this is.
Come on, do your motherfucker. Put your hands in the air, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
I'm still number one.
Woo! Say ho! Say ho!
I mean, his crowd control is awesome.
One. Yo, Chris.
It took him too long to get into this.
People still taking rapping for a joke, passing hope or a phase with a rope. Sometimes I choke, try to believe when I get million MCs.
So we know what that is. So what's Kane? I mean, because like you said, we're gonna be here all day. All right.
We do.
All right. So what's Kane's song? So I don't skip past it.
Enough respect.
Enough respect, dude. Right.
Yeah.
Let me write my vote now because I told you what I feel about that song already.
All right. I mean, I think we pretty much know.
I tell you what, let's pick this goddamn tempo up a little bit. Everybody get a fist up.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go through all that. Enough respect, dude. Enough respect, dude. Kane. But Nav, what's your count on that?
I got Chris. His energy was better. And I be honest, I never liked this song, Enough Respect. I think that's one of his wackest songs that he ever made. So
And
his lyrics, his lyrics weren't even that good, in my opinion, in that song. It was just like a lot of fast rapping. It wasn't really, him trying to beat Big Daddy Kane. So it's my opinion.
what about you, Ben?
No, that round goes to KRS One. I mean, when I heard him do that song, I was like, you did that kind of too early, because that's one of his classics, and that's that song says he's number one. So
right.
I figured he would have did that a little bit later on, but as we see, basically KRS One did give Kane a few layups that he could have dunked on, but you can't put Enough Respect against I'm number one. Number one is telling you I'm number one. The beat already got the crowd going. I mean, there wasn't a delay with him starting to rap. That's how the song is. It has an actually long intro with the beat just getting everybody revved up. So it's, no, that's he has to catch it. So I mean, because remember, the DJ.
I know how the song go. Yeah. I like KRS One too.
So he had to, that's how the song. But that beat just gets you going, and then he just lets you know I'm number one. And many people tell me my style is terrific. I mean, people been recycling that line. So I mean, you can't. Yeah, Enough Respect was just one of them songs that was on the waning aspect of Kane's career, but he was lyrical in it.
Yeah, during the Juice.
Yeah, he was lyrical in it, but it wasn't. It's not. I'm still number one.
Kane. I said the same thing. Kane, that Enough Respect dude was not one of my Kane classics that I really loved. He was lyrical, but not for I'm still the impact of I'm still number one. That was off My Philosophy album. Am I correct?
Yes.
I remember the impact. That was right off of Scott LaRock dying. Everybody was kind of waiting to see what Chris was going to do. And I believe My Philosophy was the first single off the album, right?
Yeah.
But when we heard the album, my man holding with the Malcolm X post by the window, right. I think he had like the Uzi or something like that.
Yep.
That was I'm still number one. Was like I'm here, baby. Even if Scott not here, I'm still here. So yeah.
And he didn't even do the remix.
I know. DJ Doc, he's down with us. RoboCop boy. So I think clearly we all know that KRS One won that round. So let's go to the next round. Let's see what we got here. And is this the next song, Ben?
Yeah, that's round three.
Round three. Here we go.
Talk to my people, man. Let's go. If you don't know me, but now I don't tell ever know me. Never won't winner. I'm not the only MC keeping it. Winners have to make a special rubber girls go.
We already know what that is.
The fact that the crowd, that was a simple lyric, but the fact that the crowd jumped in and said ill, these are old songs that weren't like even his best songs. That's something you do in the early round, but
let's listen. You giving your opinion now, but let's listen to what Kane had to say. Let's listen. Let's not be biased. Let's listen to both. What's Kane's song? What's Kane's song?
Young, Gifted, and Black.
Young, Gifted, and Black.
All right. One time for Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Scratch, let it go.
Out of the mercy of Allah and the law written in our nature,
Minister
we
Louis
call an
Farrakhan.
individual into existence. And when that individual comes, I make no apologies for what I'm about to say.
Rough, rugged, and real, you won't stand still. To obey your case, so let the man build. Words of rapture that you have to capture. And not just slap you with a handful of literature. There's no different type choice, smooth the draw. Rappers I've replaced, rub out and erase. Competition must be on free
base. I'm gonna stop it right there. Woo, competition must be on free base. In other words, crack. All right, now, what you think?
So,
what was KRS-One's song?
MCs act like
MCs act like they don't know.
MCs act like they don't know, and Kane is Young, Gifted, and Black.
So I give it to Kane slightly. I give it to Kane slightly because this is the first hardcore song that he like came out with. But I'm gonna say this: you see, that crowd was still with Chris. That crowd was still with Chris. But because of that song, we know the song. We know that song is one of Kane's hardest lyrics. The impact that he had, the meaning behind it, the substance behind it. I give it to Kane.
Ben?
My mind was changing back and forth for the past 24 hours on that round. Initially, I did give that to KRS-One. Young, Gifted, and Black is actually, one of my favorite hip hop songs. Period. I'll put that period. One of my favorite. And just to give a plug, I mean, I didn't watch the show live last night because I was doing my monthly virtual poetry event. And Young, Gifted, and Black is actually the theme song for that event that I've been doing for the past year. That song I play at
plug it.
So I had to actually catch the show on the replay after I finished that show, the virtual show last night. But Young, Gifted, and Black is actually the theme song for my poetry event. Like I said, overall, Young, Gifted, and Black is actually one of my favorite hip hop songs, period. That beat is just crazy. His flow is just crazy. But when I heard it going matching it against MC's Act Like They Don't Know, like now I'm watching the crowd also. I'm listening to that boom bap coming in through the speakers. I'm looking at crowd. I'm just looking at how I'm feeling. So I definitely gave that to KRS-One last night. But I can give them a tie if I have to. If we'll see how the count's gonna be overall, but I might have to give them a tie on this one.
All right, so I'll do a split with you. KRS.
The things are gonna change when you always watch something again.
Right.
But definitely that first time around, I was like KRS-One. I was like Kane should have came up with something better to match that MC's Act Like They Don't Know. Because you need something that the crowd also knows, because he's throwing KRS-One is throwing songs that the crowd knows and the crowd are just bumping. Like Young, Gifted, and Black, like I like it a lot, but I can rap along to it. But I'm looking at people just standing around because they don't know the lyrics to that song. Most people don't know that song, period.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking at. So that's why I did initially give the edge to KRS-One, but on the replay, just song for song, I would probably have to give it a tie now.
Well, this is easy for me. Big Daddy Kane. Minister Louis Farrakhan, that song was always, the beginning was just the beginning. Minister Louis Farrakhan just, and then the way Kane comes in and then it's control. What I was observing last night is Kane never lost control of his breath, the way he delivered a rhyme. He sounds just like the record. I love Chris. It's a bunch of energy, and he's probably my top MC overall. But Kane showed me something last night that, a lot of young boys can't even do. Kane just stayed in the pocket, and I thought Young, Gifted, and Black was definitely better than the Chris record. So where we at right now? What's the count? 2 for Chris and 1 for Kane?
So right now, you're talking about for round 4? This is round 4, right?
This is what we just did, round 4 or 3?
That was round 4.
We just did that was round 3.
Round
That was
3,
round
excuse me.
3.
So round 3, Ben has him tied. And there's 2 for Big Daddy Kane. So overall, that round for
It's
us, we got Kane. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we going to the next song. What's the next songs?
All right, round 4 is, and this is where I'm gonna say that if they were actually judging this properly, they could have taken some points away from KRS-One, because he threw 2 songs in there. He did his
Let's just get to it. Give us then we'll just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can hear it, because he rapped the MC, and
Right.
then he went into Out of Here.
Okay. And what was Kane's?
Kane was Lean on Me.
All right, here we go.
Who am I? The MC. Lottie Dottie, I don't wear Versace. I went to Jake's out quickly at the party. Who am I? If you're like me, hip hop is in your body. Who am I? The MC. When the jam is slow and you need a proceeder, who am I? When you need a lyrical leader or a rhetorical symbol teacher, who am I? The MC. When you need to rock your teachers in arena, best believer, who am I? When you need to get the word on the street with demeanor, who am I? Hit him, kid.
All right, so we know both of those songs. We just don't want to be here all night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Kane had an actual long intro for that song he about to do.
Jack of Spades. Ooh.
I think Kane set him up for the next song on
I play
this
with them soundtracks a little bit myself, man.
Oh, yeah?
He set him up
baby,
so he could come
baby.
out with Jack of Spades.
Let me see if
so
you
he
remember
could
this one
crush
here.
it.
Come on. Come on. And it goes a little something like this. Just lean on me. Come on.
All right, we know what that song is. So, Naf,
I gotta give it to Chris. Not that Lean on Me wasn't a good song, but it wasn't. It didn't have that impact that Chris had with Out of Here. I don't know, Premier's beats. It just does something, man. They just have that.
they different in the verses.
Yeah, on a stage.
Yeah.
Different. You know what I mean? So, not that Kane don't have songs that's impactful like that, but this wasn't one of those songs. I love the song, but that's what it is.
Ben?
Yeah, I would have to give it to KRS-One Out of Here. That was a layup though.
Yeah, Kane could have took that.
Kane could have taken that round easily, because Out of Here is not one of KRS-One's strongest songs, but it got that boom bap, and the way he performed it, and then saying, you out of here, and he was stressing that, what I'm saying, how you feel when you out of here, because I mean that's a little jab, because KRS-One's still doing albums, and Kane is it's been a while,
right?
So
right.
He doing that song, it was like a jab, and then he was stressing, you out of here. Yeah, Kane could have came back with a stronger song. So that was the layup.
Kane still does shows though. They do. They do
he does shows, but the albums, KRS-One is, I don't know how many albums he has out now. But
listen, I looked at his catalog today. He comes out with an album like every year. You know what I mean? So
yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, even if it's underground, he'll do something.
My whole thing with Kane, I feel like this particular record was a record that when we look at it was a visual record. It was the for the movie Lean on Me, that was the whole Joe Clark, and then in the video, if I'm not mistaken, Scoob and Scrap dancing. So it's like that record comes with a dance. If you would have had those two young boys come out there, maybe not Scoob and Scrap, but some dancers come out here, do they dance routines, maybe he could have stole it, because it was part of the showmanship, right? But he didn't have that. It wasn't powerful enough to beat those two records that Chris put out there. And I just think that definitely Chris won that round. So, what's the next songs?
All right, after that, it's going to be round 5. Yeah, like Kane basically told him to do Jack of Spades. So
Right.
KRS-One said, I, by special request, that he did Jack of Spades.
And then what was Kane's song?
Kane came with Set It Off.
Whew. Hold on. Let's go.
Special request. Wow! Turn it up! On stage, turn it up! What's his name? Jack. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What's his name? What's his name? Yo, Chris, let's go. Come on. Again, do we start? Hey, yo. Let me say my part. I'm not the only guy. It took some time for the court to come, but it's here. And everybody's in. Yeah. Flashing through the door of that hall. Yeah. Bringing an end to this gold chain war. What you saw, KRS-One is now seeing. Another fly human. Yeah. Making no excuse for the loser. Jay, Zach, your pimp.
How we know what that is? Let's go to see it here, Kane.
All right, well, goddamn it, let me stop playing with y'all. Let it roll, get bold. I just can't hold back or focus. I'm the man with soul in control and effects of what the heck. Rock the discotheque.
This was next.
Reactions after Mac. I move you with strong song as long as you prove to it. I keep you right loud when you hype. Do damage on stage and into the mic. And I shoot the kid from C stand stiff. While my rhymes take like Skippy and Dip. Feel my blood dip on my death kit. That's all on with. You don't want none of this. I reign with terror. When I grab.
I think Kane knew he won before he even started the song. That's why he was so hyped. That's the banger. I think regardless of what round, whatever, he would have won with that song. So I got Kane all the way with that round.
I think if Kane would go ahead, Ben.
No, I was saying that round because Set It Off is going to be one of the definites. No matter what round,
Right.
you put that in, that's just one of those definites.
Yeah. And then he's doing a theme rap, like a KRS is doing the theme rap song. That wasn't even going to come close to challenging Set It Off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I Set It Off is just one of those Kane classic, flow records where he just showing that I'm better than anybody who even tries to get near me lyrically. Like, you're not going to keep up with this pace, and I'm just better than you. So, I think if he would have did the last 2 songs in reverse, but I guess Lean On Me set up bringing out Jack of Spades, right? So I think that Lean On Me against Jack.
Lean On Me, might have been. Yeah, Lean On Me might have beat out Jack of Spades.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, it would have beat it
So
out.
like you said, if he did Set It Off, like you said earlier,
right?
Set It Off would have beat MC's Act Like It. No. Not that one. It
The
would
fourth
have beat
round.
out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of here. Yeah, it would have beat that out.
Set It Off would have beat out of here. So he would have gotten two rounds right there easily.
Right. So we agree it's somewhat about the placement of the songs and how they were in what order they were performing it.
And how they perform them too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Next round is what? What's the next 2 songs?
My Philosophy
My Philosophy and what else?
versus Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Oh, my man going live scratching. We forgot about that. DJ Scratch is doing live scratching.
DJ Scratch! Fuck was that?
He went live scratching in the live show, son. He should have been given points. I mean, he won the round, so.
Fucking Kane in this motherfucker. Wow!
I forgot how.
Let's go!
This is my joint right here.
Let's go! Let's go! Say ho! Say
Power
ho!
control. I mean,
Say
control, he got it. He's the master at that. You can't compete with him.
Let's begin. What, where, why, or when? Will all be explained like instructions or what? Come on, I gotta say, in fact, I'm kind of rapping. But I'll be asking you.
What's the master? This one or that one?
The pumpkin will jump up to us. KRS-One is just another leader from.
Right up to your face and diss you. All right, we know what that is. Everyone saw me on the last album cover holding a pistol.
You think they ready, Scratch? I think they ready. The kiss of death on a rap pick, and you get it slapped quick, cigar with chapstick. In other words, protect it, hold your own. It only take one punch to get the head blown. Fist the fury, the suckers get weary. Cause the Kane got more spice than curry. I add the flavor down on.
All right, we know what that is. Let's go. My Philosophy versus Mortal Kombat. Nav?
I give him a tie.
Oh, okay.
I'll give him a tie.
That's surprising.
I'll give him a tie. My Philosophy, I think this is more. I think the crowd was into it more. But knowing Mortal Kombat, that beat and that his lyrics are hard on that. You know what I mean? So
Ben?
It's the perspective of me being a person of that era. That's what the issue is. But yeah.
Ben?
No, I have to give My Philosophy the win on that one. Just that boom bap again and that crowd reaction.
And as much as it hurts me to do this, I have to say the impact of My Philosophy. I think what we're beginning to see is that I think KRS-One understood timeless music. He knew that hip hop would always be a drum pattern, a good drum pattern, a bass line, and a couple of few little instruments plugged in between. He understood that hip hop was about that drum beat just pounding. And I think it comes across on the stage. Now, Kane is a lyricist, and Mortal Kombat is dope, but it's sort of like it's still like that old school type of, that James Brown and KRS-One is still, you could still boom bop boom 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 bop boom boom bop. It's different, so on that I just think that Chris won that one. And Kane is my man. Kane, if you listening to this, you my man. And Chris is my man. You know what I mean? But goodness gracious, yeah, it was Chris all the way.
But
so what's the next
one? That was that layup that you hear my Philosophy. Is not that it's not a weak song,
right?
But that's one of them layups. Like do a stronger song than Mortal Kombat.
You could steal that round.
Easily. Yeah. So next one. KRS-One does it again. He does Superho and Jimmy.
Okay. Here we go. And what Kane does?
I get the job done.
Yo! I'm standing in the place another man should be standing right now. Rest in peace to Scott LaRock, baby. Make some noise for Scott LaRock.
By the way, Scott LaRock's son doesn't respect Chris.
Yeah, I heard.
What? It's Jimmy! Word up! Shout the cool DJ, we love you, baby! Oh! Here we go! Yo, Chris, what's up, man?
We know what that is, right?
Stand in the middle of the stage and talk to the people one time. Let them know why you're in. Here is the message of the super ho. Just keep him with Jimmy.
We know what that is. Oof. That record was tough. I
Do me
know.
a favor, where you at? Come on, so Jimmy. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Kane.
What's that? No, listen, let me explain something to you. I love where he went with that, but after you done got your Jimmy hat, fellas, you know what you got to do, right? You got to find a lovely young lady and let her know that you get the job done. Let's go, y'all.
Yo.
Come on, y'all, let's get this whole thing started. Let me out.
This was difficult for me right here. This is difficult for me.
Let's go. Come on. Everybody get the job done. Get one finger in the air. Get your ones up. Get your ones up. Get your ones up. Get them up. Get your ones up. Get them up.
Baby.
Look, here's a perfect description of me. 6'1" and dark and lovely. And if they say I'm black and beautiful and true, not phony, I'm round in the Bobby's won't you be my gender role. Get a whip of this nipple.
All right. We got enough for that. Nah.
Chris.
Ben.
Wow. Wow.
Let me say this. I don't think any of those songs were impactful during this Verzuz. Jimmy or this one. I think what happened was Kane kind of shot himself in the foot with the dancing and going into the crowd. I think that took it down a notch for me when he did that. So
Ben.
that's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking again because like once again, this is one of those when you go back and watch it. Last night I automatically gave that round to Kane because of the song itself.
The magnitude of the song. It was a big
Right,
song. Big commercial song.
I didn't even remember what KRS One did before that. I was like, I got the job done. Let me just give him the round. But now when you talking about, I got to give him a tie. I'll just give him a tie. I can't do too much explain. I got to give him a tie on that one.
So now
And that's only because I'm still trying to give I Get the Job Done some credit for the impact that it had commercially.
Now, that's where I think Kane, I Get the Job Done was a bigger record, but I know Kane still performs and he does little dancing, and it was tough for me to see him trying to get over that barrier into the crowd. Like, I think he should have left that out of it. But we can't just overlook Jimmy and put it to the side because in terms of a social impact that song had, we still call, I don't know if it was the Jungle Brothers that did Jabrowski first.
Yeah, they did Jabrowski first.
But Chris coined the term Jimmy.
And Jimmy hat.
Right, and Jimmy hat. So Jabrowski was the Jungle Brothers. They get the original recognition for that. Chris gets the social. Those words became iconic till this day. People still say Jimmy hat. I got to go get my Jimmy hat. Or they call it a Jimmy, right? They call it a Jimmy. So yeah, I Get the Job Done was a big record. Probably was bigger than Jabrowski, but the social impact that Jabrowski, that Jimmy had, I think outlasted I Get the Job Done.
And you still know the intro. You still know the intro for that song.
The J, the I, the M,
Yeah,
the M,
is-
the Y,
yeah.
the J, the I, the M is Jim. I mean, I know the
That's
intro
changed my
to
mind.
I Get the Job Done.
But that's not a song for the
I
fellas.
took him
That's
8 to 80, dumb, cripple, and crazy.
Yeah.
Come on. So
I mean, Teddy Riley basically saved Kane's career. with
I'll
that
say
song.
a tie with that one.
Get a tie? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go a tie with that. Because last night I Get the Job Done also like Ben.
Yeah.
But when I thought about the social impact that Jimmy had on the whole on our whole culture, you can't overlook that. So
Yeah, and I'm just going back to that beat itself. Like I said, that I Just Get the Job Done. It's that Teddy Riley. That's that New Jack Swing. So
Yeah.
we remember New Jack Swing when
Right.
it came out, when it was coming out during that time. So that's why automatically I said, okay, yeah, you got to give that round to him. But like, you think about, like you said, that song for Jimmy and that beat and just the intro was like, that's why I had to revert to a tie, because I didn't want to completely give it to KRS One to switch over, but yeah, I got to give them a tie on that one.
all right, here we go. Next song. What's the next two songs?
All right, so KRS does Part-Time Suckers, and Kane brought out Nice and Smooth. You know what song that is.
I want y'all to understand I'm down with BDP. Got so many sounds, and I'm not an MC. I'm a teacher, teaching rap, and of course I am back because these other MCs I am no. So be the people.
Yeah, we know what that record is. I mean, the beats are ridiculous. So Kane almost asked permission to do this song, as I can recall. Like, do you mind me doing this record? You know what I mean? So then,
Mr. KRS-One. Bring it back, Scratch. Get off the virgin before I come. Pick up my pants and don't be dumb. Think I call up two things, you'll give me some.
all right, we don't gotta listen to this because this record is crazy. So Greg Nice was looking crazy and Smooth B was looking crazy out there with the cape. But all right, now go ahead. You go.
Okay, so we know the song. I remember the song. The song is dope. I think that the show was kind of funny. I think Smooth B. Oh man, he looked like R. Kelly in a parody or something like that. So he looked crazy, man. So I had to give it to Chris, not just for the sake of the songs, but for the sake of the showmanship for his show and that show. I think they kind of like, whatever it was just kind of wild. Like, so I'll give it to Chris.
Ben?
Yeah, I have to say wow on that one for that vote. No, but I give that to Kane. I didn't like either song then or now. But Pimpin' It Easy it's a memorable song. That's one of Kane's memorable songs. So basically, I would just give him the win, just basically on the cultural impact of that song, and just having to give it an edge over Part-Time Suckers, which that was definitely not one of KRS One's strongest songs. So I'd have to definitely give that round to Kane.
Yeah, I'm giving that round to Kane. As crazy as they was looking, Greg Nice was like super hyped, like he was on something. Goodness. He was he looked cleared out, but Greg Nice is just like, you 50-something years old, my man, don't have a heart attack on that stage.
Yeah.
So he was like all crazy, and Smooth B was looking crazy with the gut. I'm not used to seeing them like that, with a big gut. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, they was looking crazy out there. But I thought that Pimpin' Ain't Easy was a bigger record than Part-Time. What was it? Part-Time Suckers.
Part-Time Suckers, yeah.
And then then they did Do It. I mean, that's an all-time hip-hop classic. Do It. I guess you can't count that into the round because it was their record, but I'm just saying, Do It was just Do It. You know what I mean? So, all right. What's the next two songs?
Black Cop.
Black Cop, and what else?
Versus Raw.
Versus Raw. Whew. All right, here we go.
You know I love you. Hey! Come on. Where we at? Come on. Black
We know what that is. Oh, he brought out Mad Lion too. Do we need to see Mad Lion?
Nah.
I mean, yeah. I
He
mean,
said, yeah.
Think so?
No. That's what I'm saying. Nah, we don't have to.
Yeah.
He did his song on the same beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know.
You done know. That line still look the same, son.
Yeah.
Murder sound boy.
I was like, how can Kane follow this up?
Hip hop. Hip hop, y'all still out there? When I say hip, y'all say hop. Hip. Hip. Yo, scratch, let the beat drop. Look here. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Here I am.
That's it. That's all I need to hear. That's all we need to hear.
Yeah.
The crowd.
That's one of the-
He took the crowd back.
He
Here
took the
I
crowd
am.
back.
Yeah.
He put out one of the greatest songs. He edged Chris by putting out one of the greatest songs ever made in hip hop. Just
Right.
forget about the whole fact that it's Kane's song. This is one of the greatest songs ever made in hip hop.
I agree.
So he body Kane. Maybe he should have saved it for later. I don't know, but yeah, Black Cop does not compare to Raw. Doesn't.
But
Black Cop
that
is an excellent song. That beat is hard. KRS had the crowd, but it's Raw. You're gonna edge him over. So
Yeah.
you won.
But is there really any KRS song that could beat Raw?
Yeah, there
The
is.
bridge is over. That's it.
Bridge is over. I even think the South Bronx can go neck and neck with Raw because that crowd, when people hear that song, it makes people hear that. Ding, 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 ding. It's an iconic song.
Okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, Raw was gonna win this round.
Regardless of what,
Regardless
it had
of what.
to be an iconic
Yeah.
song that you put there. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ben.
You know, I'm saying, yeah, you got to give that round to Kane on that one. That was not as easy as he could have done it because he could have done Raw against, it's hindsight, but those layups that Chris was giving him earlier, he could have done Raw against that also. But
True.
definitely, yeah, Raw is going to take this round no matter what.
And I got Raw this one. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
He took out one of his he took out KRS one of his best songs.
Yeah. And the collaborative artists, he took like 3 songs out with one. Right? Because what was the first song? What was the songs on that list?
No, you talk about just now. It was Black Cop. He brought out Mad Lion.
And Mad Lion did 2 songs. They did. Oh no, it was Black
Mad Lion
Cop.
did one. He did Shoot to Kill.
Shoot to Kill.
Right, Shoot to Kill.
Right,
off
and
of
he
that
did
beat.
It Ain't Easy, right? It ain't easy.
No, he didn't.
did that.
He didn't sing that song. Did he?
No, he did. He actually did.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
did.
He actually did. He rapped here. He rapped it on that beat. No, I think they switched the beat on that one. But yeah, he performed that song.
Yeah, but the Kane took with one shot. He took out 3. So, all right, we go right along. Let's move right along.
And this is where it starts getting
Interesting.
shaky. Well,
Shaky.
shaky. This is where.
All right, well,
this
what
is
happens now?
where I started losing interest overall in this entire thing.
This one
What
that
was the next
everybody
2
had
songs?
like the
The
features
low,
and
the low. Yeah.
Right, everybody. Yeah, I lost.
and the
I
break
lost interest
dancers
once.
and all types of other stuff, and they're talking too much. But no, there was some interesting parts in here though.
All right, what's the
So,
next 2 songs?
Represent the Real Hip Hop, which is actually a Das Effect song, but it's Represent the Real Hip Hop. But however, KRS One did bring them out nicely though. He did bring them out nicely. And then Kane came out with he did a little freestyle, but he came out with a smooth operator.
Yo, Capri. Kane said he was on some fast shit. But we in Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn on no fast shit. Don't give me to this, don't give me to that, don't give me a lyrical miracle back. Flip your tongue to the front, to the back, whatever you mumbling, wiggly whack. What's all this flipping and ripping and banging and banging and what you really saying? Nothing, you frontin', hunting, crying for something. I come crystal clear to that ass first class. You can't last the class.
You gotta rewind it because that's Kane does his freestyle, right?
Kane does
Kane
a
does his freestyle first.
Also, this is when the rounds
Need a path to follow. I'm still looking for a guideline, ride mine. I say
He does a freestyle.
Wasn't scared of beats that was over 120 beats per minute. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that shit.
When they wasn't scared of that. You know what I'm saying?
So does the order reverse here now? Is now Kane first?
No, Kane is just.
Let's do some shit like this.
This is right after Raw.
Stay with me. Look,
That freestyle was
God in
crazy.
person, leave your bitch hurt. You can't commence work. You're praying for insurgents. Lyrical venom that I put in them was hypnotism to prevent them. When I pin them, you can never defend them. From the gate, I start to go in them. It's in the genes, you can call the flow denim. Breathe on tracks, lethal attack. Got it covered, they don't need to react. I come.
He said it's in the genes. You could call the flow denim. Woo! Yo.
Do a kick in the doors. Cats behind me lifting the floors. Red fluid dripped in the floors. When you stop bleeding, that's when my menopause. Disband, you just can't withstand the hit man coming from this man. Listen, y'all cats dream to expand. I'm laminated, you waiting for wristbands. Who wanna see showtime like the Apollo? Talking classic like a Monte Carlo. Mine's a hollow, need a path to follow. Still looking for a guideline, ride mine. I stay focused, devoted, you better notice who the notice when I'm noticed, the focus to be the motive. Every breath on this, so for real, you know the deal. I turned New York into Cloverfield. I want your game to beat. That's why they lined up and came to see. The coldest here ever like polar bear weather. Twice sober, I guess I'm bipolar. Many try, but they look illiterate. When I come, they stay shook and jitterish. My style is straight Brooklyn, is it? And hey, look, consider it. Facebook and Twitter it.
Ras, boy.
Mm.
So where's this in the rhyme? Is this the end of his
That's
rhyme? Like, what is
He
this?
go do freestyles. He does a freestyle, and then Chris does a freestyle. Which before I even say anything, when I watched it, I gave it to Kane because that freestyle was just crazy.
It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. So, and he had the crowd with that one too. So,
all right, so now we start a new round. Chris, right?
Yeah.
So now this is where Chris brings out the B-boys
Yo,
and all
Capri.
that.
Kane
No,
said he
don't
was
bring
on
it
some
back.
fast shit. But we in Brooklyn.
Chris ain't want none of that.
I don't think
Chris ain't
Brooklyn
want
on
that
no
smoke
fast
right
shit. Don't give me to this, don't give me to that,
Not
don't
at
give me a
that
lyrical
point.
miracle back. Flip your tongue to the front, to the back, whatever you mumbling, wiggly whack. What's all this flipping and ripping and banging and banging and what you really saying? Nothing, you frontin', hunting, crying for something. I come crystal clear to that ass first class. You can't last the class.
All right, we know what that is.
Big tune. Big tune. Simone, get him ready. Hold up, Capri. Hold up. I don't think Brooklyn ready for this.
Das Effects is from Brooklyn?
I don't know.
One
no.
of them is from
I
Brooklyn.
was born
And
in
one is
Brooklyn,
from
but I was
Jersey, right?
raised in the Bronx. Check. I don't think Brooklyn ready for this shit.
So what you want to do first?
Yo, fucking hit him with that shit. Yo, Das, get ready, go. Only a few.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
When I say dance, yeah, I say effects. Dance. Boom, city, boom, city, boom. I got that up, but I can be fire from. So be the piper. I might put that Pinocchio nose, cause I can supernova buzz. It's a tic-tac, bro.
I gave her oopsie, daisy. Now you got the crazy. Tracy with the most googly go.
Where's the gravy?
So 1, 2,
Buckle my,
shoot down,
two.
liberty, cracker, so drink a treat,
Boogity Brooklyn boys about to get hit. My waist bone's connected to my hip bone. My hip bone's connected to my.
My question is, wasn't Chris dissing them in that rhyme that he just did? If I could recall clearly, didn't Chris have beef with them?
No, that the song that he brought them out with to represent the real hip hop was Das Effect's song featuring KRS-One.
No, the first freestyle. He said that wiggity 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 is whack. I remember that clearly, that Chris had some type of something with them. Didn't he back then? Or was he going? Or was he going at crisscross with that jump?
Yeah, we'd have to actually.
We would have to
do it now.
research that. I think Chris might have had some beef with these guys, but I could be wrong. Because Chris used to go at everybody. He didn't used to like these styles. I'm just saying. You know, maybe they became friends, you know, after a while. So let's see.
But the Das Effects, you know, they was on that boom bap stuff also.
Right.
So that's sort of
Legendary. I've been around a while, my rickety rap style vary.
All
I
right,
got
Dre.
more flavors
All
than they
right,
do with
Dre.
Baby Jerry.
Okay,
All right.
we know you ain't been on the stage in a long time. I get it. Get off the mic.
Nah. He's starting. He's starting. KRS, that's your man. He's starting. Motherfucker said he wants some live effects, huh? All right. Let's do it. Come on. Slow it down a little bit.
This is a classic beat right here.
Give him some bars.
All right, fuck it. Look, years and years, peep my game while your tears of fear seep like rain. Now, hear this clear. Speak my name so your ears can wear. Beats by Kane. Nah, I keep it real gentle. Fedora sliding, living life drama free. Law abiding. Here's where I'm going with this. People remember, law abiding and gentle, that's legal tender. And you can see my money long with this. And that's the reason why we conquer this. Gangsta movement, always come for dominance. Yeah, some be confident, but I'm the Bumpy Johnson is. Hell up in Harlem, yelling for Stalin. Brooklyn in the house, my nigga, tell them I got them. Ross keep creating it, Brooklyn keep on taking it. Send any records you want, watch I'm breaking it. Never forsaking it, made a lot of cake in it. You're a vegan in hip hop, got no fucking stake in it. Hold up. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. No. No. He got me a little excited when he started spitting. I'm sorry. You know?
I thought we was going back and forth with the spitting.
You're right. Let's keep it where we supposed to be. Come on, Scratch. You know what?
All right, so we know where this go. It's a lot that happened there, but between what was KRS-One record and Das Effects, what was KRS-One?
represent the real hip hop.
Represent the real hip hop. So I guess it's represent real hip hop against Smooth Operator, right?
Operator, yeah.
So Nav.
I give it to Kane.
Ben.
Yeah, Kane, get that one.
And now go to Kane too. So that's nice and simple. Right? Next round.
Oh, I think my schedule in this as well. It has a,
What's on the next round, Ben?
All right, so after this is going to be Step Into a World versus Wrath of Kane.
Yikes. With the B-boys.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
All right. We know what that is.
Make some noise for Crazy Legs in the building.
Now I thought this was crazy that Crazy Legs came out with Kane and not with KRS-One. I don't know what's the dynamics there. Because I mean, he gives the Rocksteady crew a shout out in South Bronx. So I thought Crazy Legs would always be a KRS-One backward.
Make some noise for
These young boys was crazy.
Go ahead, baby.
I'm gonna just wait for the first couple of bars, then I'm gonna cut it off.
I'm ready now. Look, the rapper Kane, taking over your circumference, destroy negativity.
Tomorrow is the 18th.
So who you got on that round? Now,
I got Kane.
Ben.
Yeah, I got Kane on that one.
What was KRS-One's record again?
Step
into a world.
Step into a world. Yeah, Kane. That was easy. All these, like you said, these are Kane's cheat codes. So now my question is this. Since I've been watching Verzuz, people been playing records that they produce. People been playing. Would that have been acceptable in this Verzuz?
Nah.
Because if you want to, you have to put some of business catalog into Kane's thing. But you know,
But all of business catalog because he wrote for Biz. So yeah.
I'm just saying, would it have matched up? Maybe he wouldn't have ran out of songs if he could have used those songs.
Nah, because it's the way Biz said certain things, so it was still his music. So.
And that was Kane has one more song. No, actually he has two more songs. I mean,
on this after Rap for Kane?
No, I'm talking about overall.
Oh, okay.
Overall.
So
now,
right now you're saying hanging on for dear life.
At this point, I mean, overall, I think we gave Kane probably 3 out of the last 5.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he has. Yeah, Kane got. Last round was 11, 10, 9, and 8 are all going to Big Daddy Kane. No,
So
there's another round.
So where's the count at? Where's the count at this point?
Let me see. So Chris has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kane now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6-5. Yeah.
Kane.
So
it wasn't a blowout like how people was trying to make it out to be. All right, so what's the next songs?
All right, so next you have South Bronx versus Ain't No Half Steppin'.
Slow this motherfucker down. Tell them where we come from. Let's go. Turn me up. Turn this shit up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. King's Bridge, what up? Autumn Hill, what up? Autumn Road, what up? University, what up? Yo, Chris, what's going on? I'm fucked up. South Bronx. Come on. South Bronx. Come on. South Bronx. Come on. South I'm fucked. South Bronx. Come on. South Bronx. South Bronx. South Bronx.
Damn, we don't need to hear no more. That record is banging. But Kane, see what Kane had to say about that.
Blastmaster said to slow it down. So let's slow it down. I ain't gonna go that goddamn slow, but we gonna slow it down some. Where we at? Everybody in the place, just throw your hands in the air. Let's wave them like you just don't care. If you got on clean panties and underwear, somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm ready.
Let me have it.
Nav.
I give it to Chris. Slight
South
edge,
Bronx.
but I give it to Chris. Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, that's KRS One.
Nah. Y'all bugging. That's Kane's biggest record.
Yeah, and that's one of Chris's biggest records.
Yeah, but
that was Kane's cheat code that he should have used earlier. South Bronx is South Bronx. I'm talking about the song. That song is that song. Ain't No Half Steppin' is one of Kane's top 2 songs, but South Bronx is South Bronx.
Yeah, you can't go up against the South Bronx like that.
South Bronx. Many people tell me my style is terrific.
That beat alone, it gets everybody off their feet. I've never seen a crowd where KRS did that song. People be from California putting up their X's in the air, representing the Bronx. That song is what it is, man.
I'm amazed and surprised that y'all will pick South Bronx over Ain't No Half Stepping.
And that's a great song.
Yeah.
But it edges out. It edges out. Ain't no half.
He should have used it earlier. He had opportunity to use that song earlier. Because he knew that there was South Bronx coming still. He knew that
he figured Ain't No Half Stepping would take South Bronx out.
Nah,
you gotta use
he was wrong then.
Yeah, all that My Philosophy and all that other stuff that KRS One was doing earlier. Take that round. South Bronx.
I'm really disappointed at y'all, by the way.
Disappointed in us. Dang,
with that vote. Y'all supposed to be from Brooklyn. That was
hard song is a hard song, bro. You can't do nothing about it.
All right, here we go. Next song. What's the next 2 songs, Ben?
Sound of the Police versus Platinum Plus.
This is not even.
Yo, stand clear, stand man and dog, you can't stand right, just walk where I walk, watch out!
Watch out,
Police black coat, we bust about the pump, I know this for a fact, you don't like how I act, you claim I'm selling.
We know what that is, Chris. I'm not hating on Chris, but we know what it is already. Against what Kane gonna do?
Platinum Plus.
All right.
This is the joint with. Is this the joint with Big L?
Yeah.
Where we at?
I want everybody right now to put the L up in the sky right now. Everybody put the L up. Everybody put an L up in the air as I drop this joint.
Big L, rest in peace. Turn yourself up, Scratch.
Nah, all right. Nav.
Chris.
Ben.
Yeah, that's KRS One.
I even got to say that's Black Cop was such a big record. I still hear Black Cop like in movies, like every now and then, right? Like you hear it in a movie somewhere.
CB4,
like,
CB4 have it in that song. Yeah, you hear it.
Hear it in movies. So Black Cop is an iconic record. So although Big L, nostalgia and all that, it wasn't. That wasn't. I would have rather Kane come out with the verse he did with that record. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? A lot of people don't know that that's a Kane. Kane brought them on stage and Kane did around with them, but they just cut the record to Biggie and Pac, right? And they made it a record, and everybody recognizes that Where Brooklyn at. But that's really I believe it was the Budweiser Superfest in the 90s. Kane had Scoob, he had Biggie, he had Pac, he had Shaheem, the Rugged Child, and himself. And Kane bodied that rhyme. But he decided to go with this. I think he would have done better. If people would have heard that "Where Brooklyn at," the crowd would have went crazy. They would have went crazy. So I think it would have been better for if you wanted to bring that out rather than present a song with Big L. But that's my opinion. Where we at next?
All right, so next is Poetry / Love's Gonna Get You.
Against what?
Again, KRS-One just does a freestyle.
Kane does a freestyle?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Only for those that got criminal-minded in here. To go back to 1986. Old school shit. When are your force? To listen to the teacher and the instruction of the next man. That's not poetry. You gotta come with the hits. Fuck that cut.
Oh, man.
You gotta come with the...
You had the b-boy dances. So we got to do the main element. The first element of hip-hop is the DJ shit.
Scratch was trying to bait Kid Capri, and he got him eventually.
What you think?
Scratch was on that Brooklyn-ish. That's
This
that
is called
Brooklyn right
Verzuz.
there. You see,
Yeah.
Brooklyn be
You
trying
gotta
to.
come with the hits. Fuck that cutting shit.
Well, KRS-One was born in
I'm here to
Brooklyn, so
battle
he
Kane,
know.
not you.
He peeped all that.
You here to work for Kane, not Capri. Let's get in our place. Yo, Capri, throw the real shit
He's
on.
scared.
Throw that shit on. Fuck that. Y'all running out of records.
Kane telling-
Fuck
Now
that.
Chris is getting arrogant.
All that freestyle. Fuck that.
Chris is
Let's get
getting
these
arrogant
hits.
now. He's mad
Let's get
now.
these hits.
This record is. Oof,
He won with this song.
Fuck that.
this record. Love's
You know,
gonna get you.
that's why, man. I be telling you all the time, man. Love. That word love is a very serious thing. And if you don't watch out, I tell you that. What?
That record is tough. That record is tough any day of the week, bro. Twice on Sunday. The story, Love's Gonna Get You. You
Yeah,
can't
Kane
beat
didn't
that.
have nothing for that.
Yeah.
Let me not.
I tell you what the fuck I do.
Kane didn't even do anything after Poetry. See, that's the reason why Love's Gonna Get You came after Poetry, because Scratch jumped in and tried to do that scratching stuff. And that's why KRS was say you ran out of records, because Kane was supposed to do a song after Poetry. So then KRS could come back with Love's Gonna Get You. But Kane didn't do a song. Scratch wanted to do some tricks. So that's why KRS was like, forget that, I'm gonna take that round. And just did Love's Gonna Get You. But you gotta group that into one round because Kane didn't even do a song yet.
You're right. Well, Chris
if
pointed
you
out
go-
that he ran out of songs, which I
Right.
thought was.
If you want to go by
was apropos.
default, then you could say, well, KRS-One won that round by doing Poetry, and Kane didn't do anything. If you want to do Love's Gonna Get You as a different round. Now, the list I'm looking at has Poetry and Love's Gonna Get You in the same round. But once again, as you listen to it, that's only because Kane didn't do anything in that
Didn't
round.
respond.
Right. So it's still. This is a biased list I'm looking at. That's a different story. But the list I'm looking at is biased. But they have it all as round 14, where it's Poetry by KRS-One, Love's Gonna Get You by KRS-One, and now Kane's just gonna come in with a freestyle. But if you want to do by default, Kane would have lost that round because he didn't come back with a song for Poetry, and now you would actually start a new round with Love's Gonna Get You, which Kane is gonna respond to now with a freestyle,
Right.
and not a song.
I don't think it's one of his better ones either. So
All right.
Let's go, baby. Sun go down, I turn on like park lights. Time to let the world see the new Dark Knight. Now introduce Kane as the new Bruce Wayne, and watch me drop jewels like Bruce parents did. Yes, I'm arrogant, that should be evident. Still, let's deal with what's there in Testament. It's justified and probably sacred that I'm a collector's item, not to be played with. See some amoebas acting stuck up. I gave you my ass to kiss, I bet he buck up. Recognize those playing Teddy Buck up. But I don't even fuck y'all, I'm like he fucked up.
I'm Mad Max. Let me add facts. Mel Gibson, nada. Nigga, I'm talking shotters. Take that wire and walk the wire. Who wanna sound the one? Toxic flows, man, I'm pulling them. Let's go.
You got some bars?
I can go more. I can go more.
Do something for the youngest.
For the youngest.
See if you can do this.
Fuck it. Keep it right there.
Right there.
Stay with me on this.
This is where he messed up.
Yeah, this was tough. Because you could see Kane didn't want to do that. Scratch kind of forced it on him. Because he was looking to Scratch back, telling him like, nah. And then he just went with it. You know, Kane he got a style for everything. You know what I mean? He got the rap DNA in him, but this wasn't
It wasn't appropriate.
It
wasn't appropriate for what was going on.
And that crowd.
Like,
But that verse is part of his stage show. So that's why Scratch was like, go ahead and do. That's part of Kane. Kane at this point is doing his stage show, which I've seen him like year after year, and now he's basically going through his routine.
Which KRS knows because they perform together, right?
Right,
yeah.
They hear each other's show. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just.
And Chris knew it. Chris already knew it. That's why he say he running out of songs.
Yeah.
All right, so that round is who?
So how we scoring that? Are we doing Poetry and Love's Gonna Get You as 2 different rounds? Or
Chris got that round.
Yeah, no matter what, that's still Chris.
No matter, Love's Gonna Get You Love's Gonna Get You. No matter how you look at it, either way, Chris won both or he won one round. You can't compete with that because Kane didn't answer. So if we doing,
as I'm saying, he didn't answer Poetry basically.
Yeah, he didn't answer poetry.
So if it's 14 and 15, we give him 14 and 15 to Chris.
Yeah, basically.
Unless somebody else got something else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If we're doing it that way, right.
Basically. All right, we going to the next. What's the next 2 songs?
So now, what KRS One is going to do now is respond to that freestyle.
Here we go.
These men tonight.
But this is a new round. Although he's responding, it's a new round. Round 16. This is the arrogance of KRS. This is why people don't like KRS sometimes. Very arrogant.
Hold up, Capri. KRS-One, with the skills I do not joke. These rappers are like fake heroin, they are not dope. Their skills I do not quote, nada. They quick to destroy my legacy like Trump did Obama. This is why I'ma load the chopper, catch them coming out of Red Lobster, turn their brain into pasta. I'm drinking on the top floor, cause my bars are higher. Original ghetto superstar, like Bras and Maya.
We went into
You a
battle
MC?
rap mode.
This a name you better know. Blastmaster KRS-One. I spit forever, yo. I spit the raw and make it so plain. When I spit next to Big Daddy Kane, I become his cocaine. Shit, I take it that far. Bumping Illmatic in a fast car. Feeling like I'm driving a NASCAR. Or NASCAR, the long laster, the blast master, the blast from the past, so you can call me Pastor. The mic got bent it. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot, no pun intended. I meant it. So he asked, who is he? I'm that dude that could have been king of New York City, but I gave it to Biggie. You get done so damn quickly. Real it got to be. That fake is not for me. I'm on top like astronomy. True philosophy, true star. If you ain't helping our people, I don't give a fuck who you are. These motherfuckers is gas. Exxon Mobil. I'll put an oval in your vocal the size of an opal. You couldn't hang if you had a tree and a rope too. I'm that dope one, and I'm dope too. Knowledge reigning supreme, man, that's so true. I'm like a hollow point bullet. You can't see what I go through. Put the mic down, I won't do. Yo, Kane is doing shows, but I'm here to show you. Yeah. I'll say this real quick. The powers that be must have compelled him, but that just shows he got geldings. Me avoiding smoke, I don't do that seldom, but I stayed out of you and Shan shit. Nigga, you welcome.
He answered him appropriately.
Comes the conqueror brother that varies and never ceases. Violators pick up the pieces that are left behind as you're left to find. The theory of the 5 fingers of death for mine.
All right, so what's these two? The freestyle and what's Kane's rhyme?
Another victory.
Another victory. So what do you think Chris's freestyle was stronger than another victory?
I think it was.
Ben?
I think it was.
Yeah. Cause I'm just thinking about everything. I'm on stage next to Kane, so call me his cocaine. So I'm a hollow point. You see right through me. I'm like I spit on the top of floor. My bars are higher. I just remember the stuff he just said. Yeah.
His metaphors are just crazy.
It's hard to give a freestyle over a song, but I mean, it's that cocaine line just had me since last night too.
He said, "What about pun? What he said about pun?
No pun intended. He said, "I crush a lot."
He said,
"I'm not a player, but I crush a lot." No pun intended.
No pun intended.
He said, "But I meant it."
Yeah,
that's what he said. He's arrogant.
And he said, "I do shows with Kane, but I'm here to show you."
What?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let me get at the KRS one. Only could I remember all of the lyrics just by listening to it.
So that wasn't something that he does in his shows?
No.
This is actually something new that he thought of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that was completely off the top, because he does do some off the top stuff, but
yeah, but that right there seemed like it was written specifically for this.
Right, like he had some lines in his mind,
right,
for this,
for Kane. So Kane's answer wasn't like good enough to.
It was a good answer, but it wasn't.
It wasn't long enough. It wasn't long enough
as what Chris did. So,
and then Chris almost gave me the vibe of today's battle rappers. Like I could go into this battle rap thing and hang.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because he started with the Mac and the spraying and leave your brain in the. He started with like how the battle rappers today go. You know, he started there. So, man, another victory.
Who you got? You got Kane, you got Big Daddy, you got Kane, you got Chris.
I gotta give it to Chris, man. Okay. I just didn't like his arrogance in that round.
I got you.
You know that's Chris, man.
But he's battling. So
I know he's battling.
His attitude
he's
is
battling.
My
bad.
Yeah.
But that was Kane's fault because you skipped a round, let KRS One come back with a song, and then you freestyle after that. So now KRS One just basically responded to your freestyle, but it's the beginning of his round. So you basically sort of handed it to him. Because it's the beginning of KRS One's round, but Kane ended his round with a freestyle. So it's like you responding to something somebody just said.
All right, here we go, bro.
But another victory could have been used for something else, though.
Next round is what and what?
Now, this one is going to be interesting. The Bridge is Over versus the Symphony.
The Bridge is Over versus what? Symphony.
Symphony.
Where the Bronx at? Where
this is another cheat code.
Where the Bronx at? Where Brooklyn at? Where the Bronx at? Where Brooklyn at? Come on! The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Let's go. The bridge is over. 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 Come on, yo! Coming out of the yard, so something for safety. Down with the sound car beating.
And then he had Red Alert out there. That just did it for me. Doing the sound effects. was my job. I mean, I had to wait for Red Alert to do that, yo. Red Alert old enough to be my pops. He out there still trying to get it. Yo, Red Alert. Hold on, let's see. Kane.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long intro because he gonna bring out Roxanne Shante because he gonna say you can't be dissing her in records, so he brings her out, and then he pays homage.
He didn't
to her.
necessarily say you can't diss in records.
No, that's what he was saying. Like, yo, I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
But I think Shantae, Chris, I seen an interview with Chris where Shantae approached him, and then in shows he stopped saying that, and Shantae told
Yeah, because
him,
he didn't do it in this part either.
Yeah,
he cut it short. Yeah.
Yeah. So what Shantae told him, nah, that's hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's already, the record is dope. You know what I mean? It was battle. So after she got off her chest what she wanted to tell him, she was like, nah, keep doing the record that way. You know what I mean? So he performs it. She got her flowers, and it's true, she started the Juice Crew.
Yeah.
You know, put them on the map.
So she does her little song.
I thought she could have did more than that, you know, but that's just me.
Kane let people know that
I am the man in charge and I'm planet. Yeah, strong enough, it can lift your soul. I'm the originator. Am I wrong, baby?
All right, so the symphony against The Bridge is Over. Nav?
Number one is dope. The symphony was dope. I like the fact that Craig G and Master Ace came out, but you missing Cool G Rap,
which is a very important part of it.
It's a very important part of the song. And then he did The Bridge is Over. So
it's another cheat code.
Yeah, it's a cheat code song. So
yeah,
I had to give it to Chris.
Ben?
Yeah, that's Bridge is Over. It's not too many songs that's gonna beat that. You need a diss record to go against a diss record.
A hard one too, yeah.
Yeah, you need like a No Vaseline or something like that.
As hard. It pains my heart to say this because I remember the impact of those records, man.
Yeah.
I remember Kiss FM against WBLS and the battles. Like Red Alert was by himself, and no, it was Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out.
Nah, it was just Red Alert.
No, Red Alert had somebody there with him. It was Chuck Chill Out, didn't he? No, or Chuck Chill Out was BLS.
It might have been reversed.
No, Red Alert was Hot 97. And WBLS was Mr. Magic and Marley Marl and all them guys over there. So it was Magic really against Red Alert.
Yeah.
And it was basically the whole Juice Crew was at BLS. And they wouldn't play each other's records. Like you wouldn't catch a Chris record at BLS. You wouldn't catch a Juice Crew record. And I think Kane might have been the first one at Kiss that they might have played.
Yeah, but by the time Kane came on, that
came out in '86. They came out the same year. I mean, Raw and Rhyming with the Biz was '86, if I'm not mistaken, or '87. Which one was it?
I think it was '87.
'87, yeah.
'87.
Yeah.
Right. So Chris was '86, right? My Criminal Minded.
Criminal Minded was '86, yeah.
I mean, at this point, what's left? At this point, what's left?
Oh, you mean in the whole battle?
Yeah.
Oh, Kane got one more cheat song, but at this point, KRS One just takes over the entire show.
So what's Kane's next cheat song? I don't think we got to go through all this because it's already.
So we got Bridges over Symphony.
Right.
The next round is gonna be hip hop versus rap, which is basically an intro, but then he goes into how many MCs.
Right.
Must get dissed.
Oh, yeah. We got to look at that because I got to point something out.
How many MCs must get dissed versus Warm It Up King.
Oh, 2 years ago, a friend of mine, it's you can't
I want to talk about this disrespectful cat right here.
The incredible, lyrical, and original. You can kill the bull if you want to take the bull.
This
All the
is
other
Ben's
MCs
man.
is like plaster. They not concrete. They can't stomp feet. The motherfuckers is chop meat. The motherfuckers is real old. I'm gonna take you to the swap meet. Now, Big Daddy Kane, I love you and I'm a fan of yours. But right now, you fucking with my nigga Chris, so right now, you gotta pause. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it 100. You was keeping it.
What was Buckshot doing, bro?
Yo, I think he was too amped. He was on stage with Icons for the first time, and he didn't know what he was doing.
What the hell was he doing?
He was wilding out. And I love Buckshot, but I just think it's like he just was just too hyped.
He's
like,
out of bounds. That's you.
Yeah, he's out of
That's a
pocket.
violation, bro.
He's
Red
out of
flag
pocket.
all over you, bro.
He started off paying homage, and he ended off paying homage.
Nah.
But he tried to insult him, like a
Yeah.
little. He tried to take a little shot, like.
Now
but
play,
he
play
tried
the whole
to-
thing. Yeah, play the whole thing.
No, Ben, that's your man, and you trying to excuse him. He said, y'all, UMCs
Told
are
him to
whack,
pause.
like plastic. Yo, yeah, then he told him to
He told him to
pause.
pause. He told him you gotta pause. So that's like.
Yo, hold up. Yo, hold up.
And then he went into a
Hey, yo,
freestyle that's
hold
not
up.
even that dope.
You fucking
Nah.
with the blast master, the one who blasts faster. All the other MCs is like plaster. They're not concrete. They can't stomp feet. The motherfuckers is chop meat. The motherfuckers is real old. I'm gonna take you to the swap meet.
They real.
Now, Big
He's
Daddy
pointing at Kane, say you
I
real
love you
old, and
a
I'm gonna
fan
take you
of
to the
yours.
swap meet.
But right now you fucking with my nigga Chris, so right now you gotta pause.
You gotta
Now, I'm gonna tell
pause?
you, I'm gonna keep it 100.
And
You was
Kane is keeping it
when I
real
first
grown,
get
like-
running. Now that was back in the days. I think it was '89.
Kane is steaming
That's my
right
mom's
now.
over there. She said, "Baby, fine. Everything will be okay. Everything will be cool. Right now, you from the new school, but I'm gonna give it up to you. You always gonna be my
What?
dude. I love you,
What?
Brooklyn.
What?
What
I
up,
think he
what
was just
up?
happy to be in the building.
Somebody say duck down.
I'm loving it.
Thank y'all. Chris, you the man, General.
Bucktown, USA.
That was so corny.
Hey, listen. As I wind this down, I do want y'all to meet one more good friend of mine.
Oh, this is when you're gonna bring out Eric B, I think.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Oh, Scoop. All right. Nah, I don't need to see them do this. I don't need them to. They look like two geriatric men trying to do
Now,
something.
Kane does this better than Scoop though. Kane,
Yeah.
I mean, Scoop was messing up because Kane does this routine all the time still, and he does good. Scoop was messing him up. I think
but-
Scoop probably ain't do this in 10, 15 years.
Yeah, like they was about to trip over each other or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, Scoop was messing that whole routine up. But Kane does this with his younger dancers now.
Oh, okay. So he should have brought his younger dancers out.
You should have. Yeah.
But he brought Scoop out.
Yeah, but Scoop could have just stood to the side. You don't dance no more. All right, but this round, who we got?
I don't know what did Chris do. I mean, Big Daddy Kane do.
No, warm it up. Warm it up.
I give it to Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah,
Ben?
that's automatic. That's automatic.
Yeah, that's a cheat code. But y'all didn't give ain't no half stepping to. Still don't understand that.
Because he went up against South Bronx. Though it's I don't know what you don't understand.
It's all right. It's all right. So here we go. What's the next joint? What's the next songs?
KRS-One just takes over the rest of the show.
It's just all KRS-One?
KRS-One, round after round.
So I mean, what round was that last one?
I mean, it's listed here as 17, but we have it as 18 since we split up on one of those rounds.
So basically, the other two rounds was just forfeited by Kane.
Yeah, because now we're going into round 19 for us, which is 9mm goes bang. He goes into oh yeah. He brings in Channel Live. I mean, he just does the rest of the show by himself.
And I think Kid Capri and what's the name already had they settled their little
Now they're
thing.
gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it right now. I think Scratch is gonna
He
'Cause,
finally
Kane,
baits him and gets him into it.
Because Kane is done. That's why Kane said I'm winding it down. That was it for Kane. So yeah, KRS One does 3 more songs.
So let's just give the last round.
Last 2
Let's call it a
rounds
round. Yeah, to Chris.
to Chris. So what's our final tally there?
All right. So and then I'm gonna do all of those last rounds as just one round because it don't make no sense to think if he just took over the rest of the show.
Yeah, 'cause he did. Yeah, basically, KRS One did. According to this list, he did 18, 19, and 20 by himself.
Damn.
He did 9mm. He went to All Year. Then he brought out Channel Live for a match.
Yeah, if I do that, then he automatically wins. But he's already winning anyway. So let's. So I have Kane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds go to Kane.
That's not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's it, because we had some drawers, right? Like 3 drawers or 2?
No. Remember, the draws that we had, the only draws that we had, even if you tally those draws up, like there was a draw where you draw it between them, and Ben drew between them in round 7, I believe. And
So
I
that's a
had
draw.
Chris. It's not a draw. That means that Chris won. But there's still more votes for Chris.
It's majority draw though.
Right. No, he's saying that round. For that round, there's 3 of us. So if one of us has a draw, and then the other 2 has somebody else, then he's giving that round.
No, in one round, 2 of us had a draw, and he had Chris.
Right.
So that round still goes.
So
to
it's
Chris.
majority decision,
It's
right?
Majority, right? So the majority still go to Chris because a half a point goes to Chris, a half a point goes to Chris, and 1 whole point goes to Chris. So it'll be 2 against 1.
I get your logic.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it like boxing.
Right. So Chris got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds to 7 rounds. And that's if we consolidate. If we consolidate,
right, everybody,
the last 3,
right,
it's 12 to 7. If we give all of those to Chris, then it would be like 14 to 15 to 14 to 7.
But like you said, he could have did that freestyle for the Weird Brooklyn that probably would have got him some edge on something.
Some edge, yeah.
He could have at least did the song where he brought out Scoob and Jay-Z and ODB.
Yeah.
He did that song with them. He had them rhyme him on that song, so he could have performed that.
But he wasn't that good on that song.
No, he wasn't. But I mean,
yeah.
you want to you need some fillers.
Right.
Do you think if Jay would have came out with Kane, if he would have did that favor for Kane, that would have been a cheat code? Like if he could have called that favor.
But they don't have. Well, if it was that song, he might have won that round. But it depends on what that song went against. Because if he did that song against like Criminal Minded or Bridges Over, it would still be difficult.
Because that wasn't a big song.
Yeah.
But even with all those people on there.
But I'm saying you bring him out, you do that, and then you let Jay do.
No,
my name is Hove.
You can't give him the round doing that. Doing his song.
I mean, but Jay would have been so big.
It's like we don't give. I mean, Kane won that round anyway, but just because Nice and Smooth performed their own song. I mean, Das Effects did they won Effects. And what round was that Verzuz? Going back. Yeah, we wouldn't have given that they won Effects though. Well, he would have lost anyway. Yeah, because Day One Effects wasn't going to win against Smooth Operator.
You ain't a Jay fan anyway, so to you it wouldn't have mattered.
No, it's not that. It's just that you can't give somebody a point over somebody else performing.
So I do want to say this, and talking to my son Amos, my 21-year-old son, and he was looking at the verses, so he's not really familiar with Kane or KRS-One in terms of their music. He listens to old school hip hop, but it's more like not to him. It's Nas, Biggie, Jay's old stuff, that sort of stuff. Mobb Deep. You know, Kane and them was, and KRS-One was kind of like the 80s to him. He don't go that far back. But he's saying listening to what he heard, he said he thought that, he said Kane was a better MC than Chris. He says clarity, the way he came across, and even when he did his freestyles, he was like, but he could still rhyme today. Like he could still come out today. I don't know what I mean, to me, I think Chris could still rhyme today. I don't think Chris is like fell off like that, but he said that Kane had better breath control. That's what he noticed. That he was more composed. His lyrics were clearer. And that's just coming from someone that's a new generation. So for whatever that's worth.
I mean, a line I've seen somebody put out there is Kane was the better rapper, KRS-One was the better MC.
I wouldn't, because MC means that you are an MC is an MC. Like what we consider an MC is what Kane is.
Move the crowd. So and KRS-One was moving that crowd.
But Kane moved the crowd in certain instances also. He moved the crowd. I mean, it wasn't like Kane was a slouch.
No, but this is kind of why you have a Verzuz. So you're seeing who has a better impact.
Yeah.
And love Kane, but this on this level, KRS edged them out.
It's like going back to, I mean, how this whole Verzuz thing shifted. I mean, people don't want to give them their respect.
The lots.
No. Going back when Bounty Killer actually went against Beanie Man. Remember before that, everybody was just playing their records.
Yeah, everybody was at home sitting in their studios. Yeah.
But Big Daddy, I mean, Bounty Killer went alongside Beanie Man. Now, if they was playing records, Beanie Man would have won that. But when you're standing next to Bounty Killer, you're not gonna beat him. So that's the same thing I hear. Like Kane would probably
have. Some people feel Beanie Man won that battle.
I don't know these people. I don't know these people.
This is not objective. It's subjective to whoever the person.
I could have a conversation with those people, but you're not gonna stand next to Bounty Killer.
But you see, the thing with you, Ben, is that when you have favorites, you find ways to argue in their favor.
No,
make
this one. I mean, Kane is my favorite rapper, but I couldn't watch that and say that he won.
Nah, I mean, I think ultimately what happened with Kane is he ran out of records.
And he didn't
I don't
place
think
his
it
records
was
properly.
A performance thing. Yeah, some of the records.
It's a placement. Yeah.
But I also feel like he wasn't in. He just didn't have enough records to contend with Chris, and Chris is a master at what he does. I know I've been joking all night, but Chris is my man, and I just wanted to see Kane. I wanted to see Kane slash him. Did Kane at least slash him tonight?
Kane got his off. Kane got his off on certain points, but overall, KRS had the crowd more. He had the more iconic records as far as the crowd is concerned, the impact. You know, that's why when you do that, the way you have your records where you can put your mic to the crowd and the crowd is singing your lyrics with you, that shows a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I love Raw, but a lot of people can't sing Raw. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't sing African songs. It's like, you know, so when you think about how it translates to what you're doing on stage, you know, that's why Chris came off a little bit better. And then at the same time, Chris' catalog is crazy. Like he's always making records. Making records on top of records. So, you know.
So what's the next verse?
We gave Kane some of those cheat codes. We gave him Raw. We gave him the rap for Kane. We gave him the songs that he was supposed to get.
Right.
So it's not like, you know, it was like favoritism. I mean, we gave Kane as much records as we could possibly give him.
But you didn't give him ain't no half stepping.
Because
he went against the South Bronx with that. He
Right.
could have beat him out with any other.
he should have did that earlier. My philosophy.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have did that. Yeah, my philosophy. MCs act like they don't know. I mean,
He would have edged everybody out.
Out of here. I mean,
Yeah.
Jack of Spade. I mean, there's so much songs that KRS One. That he did that he could have did. That even Symphony. Symphony would have beat out, even though he just has a verse versus all those songs. Symphony, we would have probably gave him the edge to my philosophy and Out of Here. Definitely Out of Here. We probably would have gave Symphony to Kane against Out of Here. So I mean, it was placement.
So in terms of verses, with guys from the 80s and 90s, what's the next verses you would like to see? You think Ra gonna get in there?
Nah, I don't think Rod gonna go.
Because
you know what too?
What's that?
Rod don't have a long catalog. He
But
don't.
Ra has more than Kane.
I don't think so.
It'll be tough.
Yeah, Ra has the first album, the second album,
Right.
and the third album has some bangers on it.
What bangers did the third album have?
All right, the third album had "Don't Sweat the Technique," right?
That's it.
Doesn't it have Ghetto?
Ghetto's not a banger.
But it's a record. It's one of those records that might work for him.
Think about Rakim's stage show in general, period.
I know his stage show is whack, but you have to, now that Chris and Kane did it, because the only logical person for Rakim right now would be LL. I think LL would.
Then LL would kill him.
But Ra got those records that people gonna sing along to. Check
Yeah,
out my
but he's gonna run out of steam.
Let knowledge be born, and my name's the art. Yo, people know
He's gonna
those
run out of
records.
steam. Yeah, he's gonna run out of steam, and then the energy is gonna be too low.
And LL gonna be full of energy.
Yeah.
And LL gonna bring every girl he did a song with.
L has enough that he doesn't have to do the girl songs. He has enough under his belt. He has enough songs that he don't.
Enough lyrical songs.
Enough lyrical songs. He don't got to do no. I need love. He don't got to do doing it well. He don't got to do none of that stuff. He can, he can do from to the break of dawn.
But nothing that he got. He can't. To the break of dawn can't be nothing. None of Rakim big records.
But he can outlast them. He can do. I'm bad. He can do.
So it will be placement. Mama said knock you out.
Yeah.
To the break of dawn.
Yeah, going back to my radio, I'm bad.
My radio, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Jingling
baby.
Even if Rakim did Ghetto, then he could just do I Need Love.
Right.
Damn, and then he got cheat codes like the Flavor in Your Ear, Shot Ya. He got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Like, 4, 3,
sound
2, 1.
like
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. You got that.
Yeah.
He got the verse that he did on Rampage with EPMD.
Well, he dissing them on their own record too.
Yeah.
He's a disrespectful cat. So L and KRS-One, how y'all would have seen that one coming out?
KRS-One said he would have bodied L, and I think he would have bodied L Cool J too. I just think he has more.
But if y'all go with the crowd reaction, L got a lot of those songs. Because y'all going on a lot of crowd reaction.
No, I think that with everything, KRS-One would have beat him with the crowd songs too. Because remember, the same thing with Kane. Kane couldn't do too much because a lot of his songs are centered towards women.
Right.
Then the same thing with L. A lot of his songs are centered towards women. KRS-One don't make songs like that. So that's why he can last out of like a battle, because he don't make songs like that. He got more arsenal.
Right. All right. So what's the next battle y'all would like to see? Is there anything in particular?
I gotta think on it. I have some stuff in my head, but it's probably like the next generation after this group.
Me and Ben had a discussion earlier. I said groups, so then maybe Tribe against EPMD.
I wouldn't want to do Tribe without Fife. Fife is not here,
So
so
basically, you
that wouldn't be
eliminating
fair.
them. You're
Yeah,
eliminating them.
yeah, yeah. It wouldn't be fair to do anything with Tribe without Fife. That's not really Tribe. You know what I mean? So
Public Enemy against EPMD.
mm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see Chuck D doing anything like that. He's not a lyricist to that extent. I gotta think on it. I gotta really think on it. Like who would be
The other one would probably be, like Ben said, Mob Deep, but Prodigy's not
against
here.
EPMD?
Yeah.
They're two different eras though. So I mean it would be different, but then yeah, Prodigy was in essence Mobb Deep. He was like the main lyricist, so without him present.
So what we got to look forward
Mobb
to?
Deep against the Cocoa Brothers would have been something interesting. Like the groups like that.
But Cocoa Brothers don't got enough music to go against Mobb Deep.
They actually do. They just
But
got
I mean,
underground. They got a lot of
it's
underground hits.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. They don't got hits like that.
Mobb Deep, as soon as they dropped them, I mean, them records is like
Yeah.
Mobb Deep will give everybody a problem if Prodigy was still here.
Still alive, yeah. Yeah.
Like Mobb Deep and Tribe would have been good. But then,
two different genres, but
it doesn't matter. You got it. All right, so De La Soul and EPMD, same genre.
Nah, they two different genres too.
I mean, but same era.
Yeah, they the same era. I get it.
You just don't want to see your favorite groups go at each other.
No, I'm just looking at matches. Like who would be adequate matches for people to go. If you take somebody like LL and Ice Cube, or
that'd be a good one.
I can see that happening. Cypress Hill and EPMD, maybe. I think EPMD would slaughter them, but
you think Slaughter?
Lyrically, yes. Regarding stage and crowd, it depends because their audience is different from the regular, like than the EPMD's audience.
Then you couldn't do it in New York. You would have to do it somewhere neutral.
Yeah.
Where their fans could come too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they have a bigger crowd than they have
Cypress, right?
I think Cypress has a bigger crowd than
they do.
Yeah, Cypress has a
worldwide
following.
crowd.
Yeah, they have
the
mainstream.
Yeah, they have a cult following.
Right.
Beastie Boys and PE.
But one of the Beastie Boys is dead now, so that still would be.
Yeah,
we got to think on it. We got to think on it.
Everlast against Vanilla Ice.
I think that already happened, right?
Everlast and Vanilla Ice?
Didn't they have beef with each other or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
You know, these white rappers go at each other all the time. But that would be cool. But Vanilla Ice don't really got a catalog. And Everlast, he has a small catalog because he went and started doing country music or something.
Right.
So
then Everlast against what's his name?
Kid, what's his name?
Kid Rock.
I forgot that. Kid Rock. That would be perfect.
Because they both kind of went into the country
went
and
back
rock
into
and
their
roll world. Into
country
roots.
westerns.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Everlast was Irish, so I don't know about all of that.
But he got a classic hip hop song that will never die. I mean,
and Kid Rock don't have any classic. Yeah, he just has music, but that can work.
Jump up and get down. Jump. All right. Thank you, brothers.
Thank you.
I know it's late, so hopefully for the next verses we could do another review. Don't forget to check out Beat and Verse on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. We're gonna post this video up very soon. It's already on. It's on the Uzi Aloe channel. Did you tag it on the Beat and Verse Facebook page?
No.
No, I did not. Yeah.
So
I was
we're
trying
gonna
to
try to
stream
get it up
directly.
there, but you go YouTube. We're gonna upload it. So everyone have a blessed night. Peace. Shalom.